Good morning, everyone. My name is Arslan, and you are watching Proper Pariksha, the place where we strive for academic excellence in a simple and comprehensive manner. So, till now, we have discussed and completed Chapter 8 with each concept, with each solved and unsolved example, with each questions of an exercise, along with the summary of all the chapters till Chapter 8 of Class 6 Mathematics. So today we'll be starting the topic of or the chapter of data handling, that is chapter 9. So without any further delay, let's start. Okay, so data handling. So first of all, I would like to ask the viewers, the students, that as to if I ask you what is data, what will you say? Obviously, data will be anything that is accumulated as a information or raw information. It can be anything. It can either be raw, it can either be organized, or after that, it can also be the next stage is presented or plotted. So data can be in either of the form. It can either be raw, it can either be organized, or it can be presented or plotted. For example, if I ask you the raw data, so therefore it will have a sheet, let's say that, and a sheet will be there. And sheet will have various numbers, names of people, P1, P2, P3, for example, Akash, Arslan, Ahmed, and so on, Ravi, Gupta, etc. And then the choices among the three or four or five things of which you are plotting data of will be given. For example, if I am asking that which is the best fruit which people among the questionnaire or the people who we are taking a survey of or the locality prefer, and the choices are like mango or apple or kiwi, etc., and there are 3 5 choices, and each person will tell one choice, so therefore it will be mango, one will say apple, one will say kiwi. So therefore till P20 or P200, how many people that live in the locality, or how many people are we targeting for that survey, that will represent the raw data. So this sheet, number of sheets, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 200, having the data of 200 people will represent the raw data. The next stage is organizing of data. So this organized data and presented plotted data comes in the category of meaningful data. So first of all, what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm trying to make you aware as to what data is. After that, we'll come into the definition of data handling. What is a data? What is organized data? What is a bar graph? What is a pie chart? That will come later on, but the core or the concept, basic of the concept should be clear. Coming to the organized one. So in the organized, what you will do is that you will just make a number of columns or rows. So I will make 5 columns. So this will be fruit 1, this will be fruit 2, this will be fruit 3, or you can make the same as fruit 1 or fruit 2 or fruit 3 and till F5 or fruit 5. You can either organize or write them as rows or as columns, whichever you like. I will prefer the row one. So I will delete over here. After that, I will write over here type of fruit, and I will write over here number of people first choice. Okay, number of people's first choice. So I will write over here, for example, 5 people voted for this and 25 people voted for this and so on. So there are total of 200. So when you will sum them up, it will be 200. After that, the next step of making the data more organized is that you will have various representations. Either you can represent that as a bar graph, or you can represent that as a pie chart having a 360-degree circle and representing various datas 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Various datas as the areas of that circle representing the percentages of the data. For example, 5 will incorporate the percentage of area as 5 upon 200. That will be equal to 1 upon 40. So 1 upon 40 of 360-degree will be incorporated. These things will come later on, but just to understand as to what data is, how many types of data are there, how data from raw data gets converted into meaningful data, and what are the meaningful data categories organized and presented or plotted. Then what do we call organized data? or what do we call, I would say much more better, in a better manner, what do we call the meaningful data? So that is called an information. Okay. So now, after understanding this basic concept related to data handling, I will allow you to write down the definition of data, and that is, data is the collection of numbers gathered to give some information. So this definition makes it evident that data is a collection of numbers gathered to give some information, or you can say meaningful information. Okay, meaningful insight. You can also say meaningful insight. Either of the words you can use, either information or meaningful insight. Now coming to like some real life examples of data. For example, you might have seen the most common thing related to data and information is that when you will open any food platforms, food ordering platforms, then you will see that there will be certain restaurants that will be written as most preferred or most selling, है ना? Yeah, फिर some dishes will be written as most selling. If you will open any e-commerce websites, then also you will have the option of looking at the how many people have bought the best seller and the most featured, sponsored, etc. So that is a type of information that they are giving you. Some will be having 3.5 stars, some will be having 4.5 star. This 3.5 star will be out of like 14,000 reviews and ratings. This will be out of 10 ratings. So this will allow you to understand that which is a much better seller and which has much more percentage or much more bigger audience of confidence. So these are the things or real examples which you can find in your daily life while you are using various apps or browsing through a Google website or a newspaper. Newspaper also has certain data like exit polls are there for elections, or there are certain you can say other data like while there are some stocks that are being presented as an IPO, that also has a poll that do should we invest or should we not invest, and various other things can be taken as a data. A data can also be like if, for example, a car 1 is there and a car 2 is there, and this car 1 has a pre-sales order of like 10,000 and this car too has a pre-sales order of 5,000. This is also a data or an information that will allow you to understand that which is the most selling car, and it might be related to its resale value, its features, or its latest technology, etc. So these are the various examples that I can as of now give you regarding data and information. Coming to the next thing that is mentioned as steps in data handling. So steps in data handling can be written as like first is recording data, then is organizing data, and next is presenting or plotting data. That is an additional step which I would like to add. So that is the third step. First step is the recording data, second is the organizing data, and third is the presenting or plotting data. So as we discussed in our previous example that there are various people P1, P2 and so on and till here you can count the number of rows in order to in order to count the number of people that have been surveyed, and they have been asked the most preferred or least preferred fruit they have. As of now, it is not mentioned, so they have been given the option to select a fruit from a certain set, or the set might be open that you can select any fruit. Okay, so they have selected banana, apple, guava, orange, apple, banana, orange, guava, banana, and so on. So there are basically four types of fruits that have been recorded. That is banana, second is apple, third is guava, and another one is orange. So these are the four types of fruits that have been recorded among this set of people. And after that, they have written down the four types of fruits and mentioned the number of people that have chosen that. So if you will add that, you will get the total number of people that have been surveyed. So that will give you 8 plus 4, 12, plus 5, 17, plus 3, 20. So total number of people that have been surveyed is 20. So this is the second part, that is the organizing data. Organizing data, that you can organize a 3-page, 4-page, 10 pages survey sheet or data sheet into a half page of tabular data. This can be also said as organized data or tabular data. Various things can be mentioned as per your convenience. So now, after that, we come to an example in order to understand what is data and how do we understand the conversion of data into information. So example 1, a teacher wants to know the choice of food of each student as part of midday meal program. The teacher assigns the task of collecting this information to Maria. Maria does so using a paper and pencil. After arranging the choices in column, she puts against a choice of food one dash, or this one not dash, one stick mark, as a mark for every student for making that choice. So what is the task? Task is the choice of food of each student as a part of midday meal program. This will be the objective of the survey of collecting the data. This task has been assigned to a person known as Maria. Most probably Maria is a name for female, so that will be a female candidate, female researcher, or a female survey person has been chosen to collect this data. After that, she collects the data and presents or and organizes the data in the following manner. So this is the manner, or collects the data in the following manner. Not organizes the data, she collects the raw data in this manner. So this is the collection of data. So how will we organize? We will look into that also. So rice only has been mentioned as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So rice only, I will write over here 17. Rice only, chapati only, and both rice and chapati. So three types of data has been taken from number of students. Okay, so before coming to this part, before coming to part A, B, C, I will tell you a way of organizing this data. So after collection, Maria could have organized the data in the following manner in order to make it much more visible and much more clear. And that is that she could have written 17 in this form, that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And after that 1, 2. So this type of data will be much more easy to read, and that will be 1, 2, 3. So 5 3s are 15, and plus 2, 17. So you can count the number of people over here and number of people who have opted for this, and you can write the answers for the following. For example, the minimum number of times is for chapati, the maximum number of times is for both, and the same number of times is for none. So this will be the answer, and this is how you deal with the questions of data handling. Coming to the next, so this is 17, 13, 20. The answer have been mentioned, and you can see that none of them are same, and the least is this, maximum is this, and so on. Coming to example number 2. So I should do one thing. If there are more examples in this, what I will do is that, no, there is only one more example. So we will complete this example in this video itself, and in the next video we'll come to the type of categories, or the types of, or the categories of presenting data. Okay, so example number 2. Ekta is asked to collect data for size of shoes of students in her class 6. So size of shoes of students in class 6 is the motive of the research. Her findings are recorded in the manner shown below. Okay, so she has recorded the data in a particular set of columns: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Therefore, the total number of students that she has recorded the data for is 11 twos are 22, 33, and therefore it will be 32 because one is less. There is no one over here. Okay, so it will be 32. the minimum number of times, the maximum number of times, and the same number of times. So what we'll do first, we will analyze the raw data, that is the sizes of shoes that are present in the collected data are 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then we will start counting the number of times 4 has occurred in this table. So it has occurred one times, then it has occurred second time, third time, fourth time, and then fifth time. So this has occurred a total number of 5 times. You can also consult the answer mentioned below and directly write down the answers, because it will be time consuming for me to count each and every one of them. So I will come down over here. So 4 is 5 times, 5 is 8, and 6, 10, 7, and 2. And after addition, you will see that your analysis is correct, because addition will sum up to 32. 7 and 2 9, plus 10 19, 19 plus 8 will give you 27, and 27 plus 5 will give you 32. Therefore the counting is okay, and you have not gone into any manual error. So the question here is that minimum number of times, maximum number of times, and same number of times. So the minimum number of times the shoe size that has occurred is 8, that is the minimum. The maximum number is 6, and the same number of times is none. So this is the answer for this example. So with this, we summarize the data handling, how data is handled, what is a raw data, how raw data is converted into meaningful data, and meaningful data can be written as can are known as either organized data or presented or plotted data. How many types of presented and plotted data we have discussed, like only named them, that there are pie charts and bar graphs, pictographs, etc. In the next class, we'll be dealing with the types of presented data that are possible and how do we read them. So keep making notes, keep revising, and keep practicing. Till the next time we meet, I bid you farewell. And if you like our videos, to hit the subscribe button and like button, and comment in case you have any suggestions. Goodbye.